Got double music going on because I had Twitch running. I forgot to mute it. So I just heard myself cough. That's really weird. What? Where did that come from? Oh. Twitch. Gotcha. Hello everybody. Adam, what's up dude? Welcome along. Jay, how you doing? What we building? Nothing in particular. More updating than building. Who in with the 20 months, dude? Amazing. Thank you very much, Mr. Who. Probably going to be a bit of a slow start today because I'm a bit early. Normally I'd start about 8 PM. We're about half an hour ahead of time. But I'm ready now, so I thought, well, may as well start now anyway. Yeah, so I've been spawning in some ships and stuff, and we're just sort of updating them finally. It's been something I've been meaning to do for a while, but sort of updating them to CPU requirements, try and get them working again. Some of them more key builds, like the STO2 over here, for example, has now been updated to tier 2 CPU, which is about right for the CV that it is. You can build that without having to loot any of those stupid things, those, what are they called, oscillators or whatever. It is just over CPU at 95% efficient though, so you're not getting a full 100% until you can unlock the tier 3, and then maybe you can upgrade it a little bit, but, well, to be honest, probably best to get a new ship at that point. Have updated it as well. Inside, you now have a shutter door to resolve the O2 airtightness problem. The inside now has full medical, which is something that was lacking before. Yeah, still got passenger seat, O2 as well, med station, food processor, fridge, the old constructor in there, and the gravity generator hiding in the back. All the sort of single block nonsense that we need to add to ships now is up in the roof of the corridor back to the warp tank. So yeah, it gets a bit cramped in here, but it all fits. Still got 4 cannon turrets on the top, and all the sentries around as well. Not a bad little update, if I may say so myself. That's already live on the workshop, and it should, if you are subscribed to the STO2, that should be updated in your blueprints library already. If you use the STO2, that is. Cargo Frog. Cargo Frog I had a lot of trouble, and it's still not good. Well, it's not too bad. It's tier 3. I couldn't get it any lower than tier 3 without drastically reducing its performance, drastically reducing its capabilities. So there's one massive thing that I could do to this ship that would rip out a lot of the CPU points, and that is to remove the shield generator here. But one of the only things going for this ship in early game is that shield generator. It's warp capable and shielded. It's not armed. It's got 4 gats, that's it. But it can carry, it's got a 32,000 storage bin. Hence the name Cargo Frog. And it also looks a bit like a frog from the front. So yeah, it's tier 3. So you will need to find some small oscillators and that stuff in order to get this, which is annoying, but it's kind of like a catch-22 with this one. You have to loot POIs in order to afford the ship that you need to loot POIs with. But there we go. I could, in theory, take the shield generator out and just leave a slot there. And just leave, you know, and you could add a shield generator in the extra CPU extensions when you can. But as it is at the moment at tier 3, it's 90% efficient. So, because it's over. It's over CPU. So, where did I put the extenders? I can't even remember. Oh, I put them over here. I took all the RCSs out. Because the RCSs obviously cost so much. Well, they won't cost so much in Alpha 12, as it turns out. But they cost so much at the moment. I took them all out. So I could take that shield generator out and just put like a one of the ramps there, and then that's how you add it back in again, and that will bring it under. and then you can figure out how to add the extra extensions later, I guess. Yeah, there's no access to this little area, completely buried in the hull. But this would be the ideal place to put the tier 4 extenders. But as it is, at the moment, Cargo Frog is updated and on the workshop at 90% efficient. If you want to take it in creative and remove the shield generator, I just keep it in. 90% is still pretty good. The Earth Mover has been updated as well. That is tier 2. And I think that's in the 90s as well. And I had to remove... So that's 90% at tier 2. And I had to remove the passenger seats, redo... There's no constructor in this anymore. Had to redo the entire cargo system. So it has got a lot more cargo capacity. That's the good news. It's got 12,000 now, where it used to have about 6, I think, 6 or 7. So it's definitely upgraded in that manner, but it's downgraded in functionality. No constructor, only one fridge, no passenger seats anymore. Still with the armor lock at O2 and the health chamber on the side, and the same drill configuration. 4 GAT turret on the top. Oh, and it's a little less powerful as well. Some of the thrusters are downgraded to mediums instead of the M2s, but they are upgradable. But you're already at over tier 2. You're at 12,700 of 12,000. Hence the 90%. But it works. It's not bad. We spoke about the old Naganato reward ship, 9.4 million. I haven't updated that one yet on Patreon, but if you are on Patreon, watch out for that. It'll be coming back along there anytime soon. The Cipher over here, don't know if you remember the Cipher, it's kind of a bit of a meh build, really. It was supposed to be a new replacement for the old Pioneer, which is a great boat. Fantastic little starter vessel. Cipher's not done too well in the reef configuration. Tier 2. I'm trying to keep it at tier 2, but in all honesty, it might be a tier 3. I can't get it down to tier 2. The problem is just the number of thrusters it's got. Oh, excuse me, bloody hell. I had a big curry for dinner, and now I'm knackered. I'm just full and sleepy. I'll go to bed. Oh dear. So yeah, the Cipher, I've tried to sort of trim it down in areas. So obviously removed a box there. I removed the large constructor and replaced it with 2 smalls. The one large constructor over there is normal. I removed fuel tanks, I removed O2 tanks, I removed all the RCSs, but still, it's still at 600,000. It's kind of the annoying thing about CPU is that when you're just over and you've stripped it out as much as you can strip it out, well, I mean, I could remove a lot more thrusters, but that would really impact the performance. I've already taken the larges out of the back here and replace them with mediums. And when Alpha 12 comes along, according to Hummel, I should be able to replace those mediums with a large and make a CPU saving doing that. But we won't know until it comes out. For now, this is what I've got to work with. I thought I'd update these ships as best as I can for now, so that I have less work to do when 12 comes along. But I quite like the Cipher as a ship, but I just think it's sort of sat in a weird place. It's not better, really, than the STO2, other than the fact that it has a hangar bay and it has a 9-plot garden. So it is better than the STO2, but when I play the game in survival, I go from STO2 to something, I don't know, like the STO3 or the Manarest, which will be a new sort of workhorse, I think, maybe. Or maybe even the Naginata over there, something that's an endgame ship, or the Superlifter or something. The STO3 here is in a kind of similar place. It's like, well, do I invest in 2 starter ships? Because the STO3 is a much bigger version of the STO2, but it's got so much more defensive capability, lifting power, storage, manufacturing, hangar bay. You know, it's a big upgrade, but it's in a weird place because it's like, it's expensive, and I may as well save it up, get something like that. I don't know, it's in a weird place. But there we go. Thought you might be updating the Marauder base too. You're loving that Marauder base, aren't you? Let me see if I can bring it in a second. I've just got to remember what I called it. Now, what did I call it? I don't think I called it Marauder base. I think I called it. Oh dear, what was it? It was like. Oh, I have no idea what I called it now. It's not going to be any of these. These are all POIs. It's not Waypoint Station. That's a J Randall build. These are the banks, temples, Syndicate H2 streams. That's that horrible monstrosity. Stilt Base, Starport Command. Ruin Zenu, Rhinos Defense. It'll be one of the ones in red because it's a POI. Overrun Lab, Mining, Midway, Latitude. Latitude, that's what it was called. Latitude Outpost, which was the starting base for the Marauders, which was a space base built from 2 afted capital vessels. So you'll recognise that one there, the white one, straight away, because that's basically the Naginata over there, but shot to hell. And this is an old, very old build of mine called a Valiant, also shot to hell. You know, giant holes in the side of them. And then this was for the Shattered Realm server. This was built, so they're basically taken over by pirates and converted into a space station. The 2 ships were kind of fused together. You had the furnaces and manufacturing, and the engine compartments were turned into like quarters for the foremen and the base commanders and stuff like that. A huge sort of O2 tank strapped to the top, some turrets built out of it. The whole thing just looks busted to hell, but this was like it's a dock, CV dock on the side of a CV / space station. All the armor is just busted. The colour scheme was that of the Galan Consortium, which is the cyan and white kind of colour scheme. Distinctive, but also garish. The Valiant had its entire front nose section completely carved off, and it was turned into a landing pad. You know, these kind of yellow warning things, hull breaches. And this was like the space station's power station, wasn't it? This was where the generators and fuel tanks were. Yeah. So took a fair bit amount of effort really to get this into 2 CVs, copy and pasted to form a space station. Stu was saying in the chat that it should be submitted as a POI for the game. I don't know if it will or not, because it's super OP. If it add this POI to the game, it will be like, look at the garden, for example. I mean, you could do something about it. We could obviously nerf the hell out of it. Oh, the slums. Yeah, I forgot. And the pirate base. So like anybody that wanted to stay hidden and stuff would come here, and we built this slums kind of thing up in here where it looks really rough. Like there's no light here, it's just dark, dingy. This is where people would live, you know, traders and stuff. And the market right next to a hull breach. Hope the power stays up. Otherwise they're buggered. Sick bay. Pretty good for a pirate base, you know, full suite of medicals. Oh, the brig. This is where you actually started as a player. You started here. Got let out of the brig. And we tried to add some PDA missions and they wouldn't work. And yeah, the little disco. And then you could go, and this was like where the commander of the space station lived in one of the main rear thruster housings. Little planet. Dragoon built this bit. I know, can't remember. But yeah, it's crazy little space station. Got 2 ships. It's a POI, so it doesn't necessarily need all that much updating, to be honest. Because it's POI, it will just work. Spawn it in. It will power itself up. Give it a faction, give it an origin, whatever. Polaris, Xerax. The player turrets in Alpha 12 will work on POIs. If you want to make it a Xerax base, it's the wrong colour for a Xerax base, but as it's pirate base, it's two warring factions basically. So you got the Galan there, and that was the an Imperial Valiant, and the pirates just basically went to an old battlefield where these 2 ships had duped it out and blown each other to pieces, and just scavenged the ships and mushed them together to form a base. Built a control tower at the top of the arse of the Valiant. You got lots of Daves standing around having a chat. Bloody Daves. Yeah, that was that. That was pretty good. Now we got the fleet, Spanj fleet systems taking shape. A uniform kind of colour system coming out. We've got a few more. I've not been consistent with the naming conventions, that's the problem. I've got to find it now. Nightshade, oh, god damn it, that thing. Linebacker. This thing is going to be tier 4, whether you like it or not, I think. That was a brutal build. Absolutely brutal build, that one. And of course, and we've got Super Lifter. The one and only. There she blows. Monster. I'm not convinced about that bridge. And then the Evo Gladiator. Is that the right one? Yeah, look at this monster. Right, so according to Elion and their new the way they're going to be dealing with turrets, that is going to be within turret limits as a result. It's not going to be within CPU limits. Well, it won't be at the moment, but if they're removing CPU limits in so much as they're just letting you extend them and extend them and extend them, then the Gladiator here can actually be a thing. With its ridiculous broadsides and its ridiculous amount of armor. All that armor. Just mental. Look, the front of the ship starts here. The nearest component, a Wi-Fi, it's all the way back here. Leg shot for days. Yeah, she took an absolute beating in PvP. Unfortunately, she lost all of her turrets and then just sort of become a giant paperweight after that. So, still the bridge is pretty. Oh, why is it not textured? Is this a version that was pre-texture? Textured the outside of it, but not the inside, it looks like. Bridge is untextured. I just must not have got around to texturing that bit when I took the blueprint. Oh well, doesn't really matter. But yeah, those two ships next to each other look pretty foreboding. Gladiator is just ridiculous. Right. What else is there? So there's a couple of bases that I want to update as well. I don't think we're going to have time to do all of them in this stream, but SPF, what am I talking about? No, that's not right. My own bases, I am. The tier 4 starter base, that's redundant, that's crap and old. Solar furnace, solar garden. I never finished the solar garden. I couldn't get it to work. The small warehouse needs updating. I didn't even know whether that's still relevant. The repair station. Nope. Easy Tiger. Pioneer Outpost is a good base, so I'm going to update that one. That'd be a good one to update. It's quite a beast of a base, that one. It was actually organically grown during a Let's Play, that one. Mental. What else? We got Pioneer Dry Dock. Manufacture modules, hazy stuff. Gemini Outpost. There you go. This is going to kill the frames. This is another one that needs updating. So if we were talking about creating an SFS faction, the Spanj Fleet Systems faction, they'd probably be traders, explorers, mostly, because most of the ships are cargo runners, lifters and stuff, and then they've got a few battleships to the name. Space stations. Well, the Gemini Outpost is the only one really. I've already created it as a POI as well. Let's see. The Death Satellite. That thing was hilarious. In the area denial post. Kuoseka Raceway. A Kuoseka Raceway should be should be included in the base game. My opinion. Yeah, the frames are properly dropped now. We put Gemini in there. That's it. Anyway, what's going on in the chat? Hello everybody that's just joined. I know I'm very early today, but I was ready. I thought I'd start anyway. What do you go for as endgame in single player? Hang on, let's start a bit further up the chat because I've missed a fair bit. Hey Stu. What up? MDK. Fluff with the bits. Dude, thank you very much. Awesome. And it shared 3 emotes. Nice one, dude. I spent so much time in trying to get down to that damn planet in testing. Stu, you did. Absolute hero. So what do you go for an endgame as an endgame in single player? It's varied. I suppose my last single player, obviously, there was community builds. So the endgame ship there was the Providence. But in the one before that, I think the Superlifter was the endgame ship. I made a big song and dance of getting that in. Nice. And before that, the Naginata was the model before that, not the refit one that's there. So I think with Superlifter is basically you don't need a base ever again. If you've got a Superlifter, just in 2 hangar bays, more manufacturing than you need, and an ample sized garden to boot as well. And with mass and volume, it could lift the world because it had 8 of these ridiculous sized thrusters tucked away just for fun. So yeah, you know, endgame CV wise, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I would have been hesitant to fight with it though. I did definitely take it into battle, and it lost its lasers on the front, and that was about it. But repairing it would probably be well, it was a bloody nightmare. I remember, but that was because the repair bases were a bit fiddly at the time. Hello there, thanks for replying to my question about the starting zones on your YouTube channel. Zaroff, dude, you're very welcome. I try and get back to comments and at least read them anyway. Are you trying to crash your game? Nah. We're about 30 frames a second with all this stuff in. 20, 23, 24 frames a second. Let me hit the F8 and you guys can see. 24 FPS. So yeah, not far off. So do they look like far ships? Well, these ones. They could actually. They're far. We're all about gold, and gold is the highlight in all of this. Everything is got the gold stripes and detail. That's the kind of theme going on there, isn't it? Aching Tight, dude, thank you very much for the sub. Very, very kind. Very cool. Monster, dude, thank you very much for the follow as well. Ooh. Weight and mass and volume turrets won't move at all. Yeah. I remember the Gladiator well. Yeah, Jag, good morning to you, sir. AC Blazer as well, what's up, dude? Hey, is this chilling and building or chilling and responding, lol? Sorry. We're not building enough for you. I miss Shad. Evo, yeah. It's a shame. I mean, one day the game might not be a full-time job to run a server for, but it was the problem with running a server mostly, other than how much time you spent trying to fix problems. You know, my backpack's gone missing, or my ship's despawned, or these deposits are all reading 100% but have nothing in them, blah 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 blah. Loads and loads and loads of problems all the time. Is you just don't get any time to really play the game, because it's just constantly just, even when you've got a team of admins as well, because there's only so much that these guys can do, and they're like, well, we tried this, we tried that, and ultimately the server just needs that playfield needs a wipe, it's become corrupt or whatever, and they need to escalate it, and blah 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 blah. Yeah. So one day the game might actually become stable enough that actually running a server becomes possible again. But I don't know. What we're going to start with today, now that I've rabbited on and gone through a nostalgia trip of old builds and stuff like that, which was inevitable because of the title of this stream is all about updating old builds and stuff like that. The STO3 is what we're going to start on here, because this is a tricky one. This is a real tricky ship, because I think it should be tier 3, but with the gear that's on it, given its thrusters, its firepower, and the manufacturing and storage that's on it as well, it was coming in over tier 3. It was coming in at tier 4, which is ridiculous, because this being a tier 4 and this being a tier 4 didn't make sense. This needs to be a tier 3 as per the name STO3, right? So I couldn't really quite figure out a good way of doing it. I hate the delay on those doors now, it really does my head in. So I gutted her. Absolutely gutted her. All of the generators and RCSs, fuel tanks, everything has been stripped out, because I want to kind of revisit this hangar bay. This hangar bay is quite small, considering actually the space available in here. To a degree, obviously there's definitely a limit here, but I think I could at least widen it by a single block either side, all the way down. It doesn't need to narrow halfway along. It does mean that there's going to be a less kind of buffer between the engines on the side here and some of the more important internal gubbins, but the engines on the side are already fairly well protected for a ship like this anyway, with that extra kind of trussing that we've got around those engines. So I think that's what we're going to do. It's just going to take her apart from the hangar here, rebuilder, and hopefully I'm probably going to have to, because I had 4 of the 320k containers, and the reason I had 4 was the STO2 over there has 2, and this is a tier 2 ship, and it's managed to get 2 of these full-size containers in here. So I wanted this to be a real upgrade, and so I put 4 in there. But realistically, what I might need to do is settle for just 3, because it's the STO3. When we could get along, it was great. Yeah, well, that was the other thing. It was bloody constantly settling arguments as well. Hello from Nairobi, Kenya. Oh damn! Hello, Sweet Lemon. Sweet Lemon from Kenya. Amazing. Hi Spanj, thanks for the Alpha 12 Q&A video. You are welcome, sir. I'm glad it was useful, informative, and somewhat entertaining at parts. When Hummel he goes on, doesn't he? Bless him. he likes to talk, that boy. But you can tell he's very passionate about what he does, and that's kind of part of the problem, because he just goes on. Anyway, no, it was good, and I'm feeling pretty positive about Alpha 12 now, and I hope a lot of you guys are as well. Aren't they getting ready to rebalance thrusters again? Yes, they are. Well, I'm not sure that they're rebalancing the thrust amount, like the amount of thrust they give, so much as the CPU values in it. So one of the things that you mentioned was where I've got a cluster of 6 medium thrusters there, it would actually be more CPU effective to replace 4 of those with a large, which is good. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah, we're going to start with this beast today. I'm going to see if we can get her to tier 3. We're just going to strip this hangar out first of all. First things first, stripping this down and stripping it all out really. Are these container extensions as well? They are. I thought they were. And what about these here? These are not. These are outer hull blocks. So I need to keep those ones. These here though can go. They're just dead weight. There's a lot of blocks here that are just not doing anything other than just padding, I think, and that is all adding to the CPU cost. Not good. So yeah, let's keep stripping. Just keep stripping, people. Stripping. Just keep stripping. And it's, yeah, it took me a little while to get this thing in a good way, but here we are again. And it's a shame, it's because I was thinking like maybe I could lower the hangar down as well and have another block there, but we've got these thrusters, and obviously with thrusters we don't want to be burning our feet off as we walk over it, so we are going to keep that 1 block height there, I think, for the hangar bay. The other thing we could possibly do is also strip this center thing here I've got going on with the elevator. I could possibly redo and free up a lot of room there as well. So basically this entire deck is going to get stripped out and redone. Apart from the front, I quite like the front. The front is reasonable. We're going to have to redo all of the texturing and everything. I don't think I planned this very well, this ship, to be honest. Honestly, I don't think it was particularly well put together. Oops, what did I just delete? Gravity generator. These things like that, like, they were afterthoughts because the giant space war over there. There's no. I suppose we could put an offline protection in there as equivalent of, but yeah. We've got a lot of plastic and stuff in places where we we otherwise don't. Because was that a container extension? What's that container extension for? I don't even know anymore. I can't remember. That's a container extension. Was that the ammo container? I think it was, wasn't it? Because it runs all the way along here. Container extensions. Why was the ammo container going all the way over there? Why? Properly stripped out. There we go. You seem to have misplaced a large thruster. Oh well, did I take one out because of the CPU again? I can't remember. Let's put one back for now because we kind of want them. They're necessary. Huge lifting thrusters. Right. So as it is, this thing is 1,726,000. It's already over tier 3. And it doesn't have anything in it. What? How? Look at those medium thrusters and the larges as well. There's just so many mediums. Apparently I've got over 100 container extensions still in here. I'm sorry, but where? Where exactly? I don't have any container extensions in here. I think there's a problem at the moment where the CPU is not updating to... Because on the Cipher it says I've got four constructors on board. I've only got 3. So I have no idea. I was on Chris's stream since you told us to raid him that one time that I watched till the end. Prince Casper, nice one, dude. Yeah, that was awesome. Tom, what's up, dude? Hello. Dante, 3 times 32k storage would require around 30k lift, which is just ridiculous. And hey, Spanj. Great, now I hear Dory just keeps 55 viewers and 50 likes, so come on guys. Zarister, dude, being the like police. Damn, what happened to my notification? What is going on with the notifications these days? I have no idea. And people were saying they didn't get a notification for the Q&A stream either. Just don't take out the piping. The advanced shows up as 2. Is it an advanced in the Cipher? I'm pretty sure it's a large in the Cipher. I could be wrong. You could be absolutely right. It is a large. And this, 3 constructors, is showing constructor 4. Save and respawn it. I mean, that's it, isn't it? It's irritating. But let's give it a go. Let's give Luce's suggestion. Hey, Luce, by the way. Luce's suggestion a go. Let's overwrite the Cipher. Oh, did I not? DD. Destroy 1169. And then we'll respawn it in and see if the CPU is updated, but we shouldn't need to do this. So still showing 4 constructors. It's clearly got 3. Unless it's including the food processor as a constructor, because that doesn't show in the CPU separately on its own. This is one way to find out. Food processor. Take it out. Constructors. 3. Yeah, showing the food processor as a constructor. There we go. That's what's going on. So this is clearly wrong. This one. It's showing the 4 large thrusters, but it's showing 100 container extensions. Hang on. The floor is made of container extensions. That might do it. There we go. These container extensions, these look like plastic. This is entirely container extension. Is it? That is. That is. Yep. And then we've got the plastic divider in the middle. Are these? Yep. Plastic divider. Are these? Yeah. That would probably be about 100 container extensions, wouldn't it? Then 4 container extensions. I need to find these. I need to find out where they are. There's no easy way to identify them other than getting right up near them. Oh, container extension. Container extension. There we go. All container extensions are gone. Good. And guess what? It's still over 1.6 million. Oh dear, this thing is doomed. This should not be a tier 4 ship. It should not. That's a tier 4 ship. Right there. That. Bellissimo. Tier 4. Quite obviously. Happy with that. That's a tier 4 ship. Maybe. If I can figure that one out. This isn't. This is clearly a tier 3 ship. Look at it. It's tiny compared to them. It's the thrusters. It's just the sheer number of thrusters. Does the block change command work for extensions? Probably, but it would take me twice as long to figure it out than it would to hunt around and find the damn boxes. Take out the 2 large and it should go to 2. What? Take out the large thrusters. Okay, this is fair enough actually. Because I did do a test. When I built this thing, I did a test with it. If you can remember all the way back to that time. Where we figured out how much combat steel we could shove into 4 320,000 SU storage containers, and then I added all the thrusters in order to achieve that. So it can lift a ridiculous amount. I think it could lift 88 kilotons of weight or something ridiculous like that. I put it on the thumbnail of the actual. Can we see it? STO3. That was on the right thing. STO3. STO3. Where are you? 85 kiloton lift capacity. 85 kilotons. The damn thing only weighed 3 kilotons in itself. But it could lift 85 kilotons. 85 kilotons. To put it in perspective. Then I get out of here. Is 85 kilotons. That thing could lift that thing. That's where we're going wrong. Right. We don't need these. We don't need these monster thrusters. It's unnecessary. It's just kind of, yeah. Are these mediums? Please tell me these are mediums, because I need at least a little bit. They are mediums. I need a little bit of thrust at least, and I might return those smalls there. I don't know. We'll see how we can do with 8 medium thrusters. But this is the other thing. The STO2 has 8 medium thrusters. The STO3 can't also have 8 medium thrusters, and that's it. That's its lift capacity. It's got to have more than that, surely. Surely it's got to have more than that. So we can do that, can't we? We can just take out a block there, and we can take out that block there. Hello, that was a landing gear. Return that block. Maybe that's a landing gear. God damn it. Well, I feel like we need to add in more thrusters on this one, just because it is the upgraded model. But we can do without the ridiculousness of 85 kilotons of lift. It is a nice thing to brag about, but it's also a nice thing to have it at tier 3, considering its size, and not tier 4. Like its much bigger, more appropriately sized brothers. So maybe we can get away with 10, 14 lifting thrusters. Wait, have I done that right? No. 12, 5, 7. Oh, I was right, 14. I'm going mental. Okay, what impact does that have on our CPU? Okay, well we're under 1.5, well just over 1 million. But I suspect the addition of 3 full-size container extensions in the hangar bay is going to remove a lot of that progress very quickly. So let's see if we can maybe curtail the thrusters here as well. We've got a lot of forward and reverse thrust. These are mediums as well. Maybe we can swap these out for smalls. I put a ridiculous amount of thrust in this thing, basically, didn't I? I feel it was justified. At the time, there was no CPU, and this thing was the nuts. Am I doing that right? Oh, we can't actually drag these small thrusters. Cool. Only marginally annoying. I should feel like these mediums on the downward are unnecessary as well. These could be all smalls. So we've got a full battery of small thrusters sideways, downways. We've got 14 medium lifts, front and reverse is the other thing. So what I could do is probably swap out the 2 in the middle there, with some smalls, but keep the mediums. They would have been done. Keep the medium slanted ones. I'm thinking. Okay, how are we looking now? 665,000, right. Don't thrusters need to be unobstructed? No, not at the moment. That feature was put in temporarily, but I don't think it's still in the game. I think they're still figuring it out. And they might add it in at some point, I'm not sure. But inevitably, I think they'll add it in and give you the option to turn it off. A lot, if they do that, a lot of my builds will break. The EX01, for example, here, all the thrusters, sideways thrusters, are internally pointing. You can't see them from the outside. You know, it's this sealed unit apart from the forward thrusters. You know, that will break. The Nighthawk, which isn't here, will break. The Superlifter will probably break because it has inward facing thrusters. But interestingly, the Gladiator will not, because all of its thrusters are had to be exposed to servo rules. So that thing's fine. as is the Naginata, actually. That has all exposed thrusters, clear thrusters. Oh, apart from these ones here, buried just under there. They'll probably damage those blocks, but yeah, I don't know until we know in what way that's gonna, because it might be that they're like, yeah, it'll damage all blocks apart from vents, in which case this is fine, or it might damage all blocks apart from deco and vents or something, you know, in which case it'll be fine. So that's pretty good. We managed to save basically a million points. Whoops. Steady. 1 million points we just saved. It's pretty good. Does block change command? We read that one already. It's really easy to overthrust a ship. Yep. Gut it and start over, I guess, or there is likely some patch fixes needed. Just need to strip it down to the space frame and start over sometimes. Ball 320 is up to 20 kilotons. No, we need more lift. Yep. Yep. ST-bomb. Right. So, difficulty is... 3 is an awkward number because it's not symmetrical. So, what we need to get into this space is a hangar deck and 3 320k storage lots. Okay. So already what I'm thinking is I'm not going to have a central corridor into the front section there. I'm going to have 2 side corridors that symmetrically enter from here. Maybe we could utilize one of the side doors. In fact, I may as well just embrace it and accept the fact that all this is going to have to come out and get redone as well. Up to there. Up to there. There we go. Cool. All this is potential container extension slots. Right, I'll keep that because that's where the gardens are and I'm not messing with those. Okay, and we've got these thrusters in the floor that we need to be aware of, but they're also potential container extension space. So at the front of the ship here, oh, hello, Mr. Projector, get rid of you. The front of the ship here, what we can do is we can have our constructors. We can have, should we have 2 advanced or 1 advanced and 2 smalls? Let's do that. The smalls can do some reasonably important stuff. We do want a T2 polarized hull shield generator. We need a bit of warp drive in there somewhere. Pentaxic tank as well. A couple of generators. Fuel tanks. O2 tanks. We are going to need some RCSs because of the weight. Medical's actually upstairs, I think, isn't it? Yes. Apart from the medical chamber itself, which I think was in here, but we took it out just now. Yep, so we'll need that. Medical blocks. O2 station. Probably a Wi-Fi, ventilators. The tier 3 extenders. Armor lockers, I think. The armor lockers upstairs, opposite the core. I move the core up here. Okay. So I'm going to have the manufacturing center is going to be at the front of this hangar bay. Actually, should we put the maybe fit the big stuff in here before we start fiddling around with extenders? I wanted to put the side paths down, didn't I? Let's go this way. Put that at the back, maybe. So fill that up. $176,000. 320,000. Right. How far did we overrun? Quite a bit. There we go. 280. Oh, we got a hole there. Wait, have we got a hole there? Oh, hello, Mr. Projector. Wow. Okay. Well, if they're not connected, then bloody hell, did we overrun or did we overrun? Well, that's actually fine. Maybe we can put the other extension here and use this space for that. So that's 248 now, but if we and those two sides, 320, 320, 312. Okay. One more. 20. There we go. Bingo. One. One container extension. Okay, so we can put the other one on top of this, either side. Like that. We've got to be careful here because we need a pathway down the side. We build a pathway down the side like that. That's going to be our corridor to the front section, and subsequently also the bridge section as well. Think about that for a second. How are we going to get up? Stood here, do I get radiation? Yeah, I do. 15. Wait, is that the... Yeah, no, that is the... Yep. So, the elevator then needs to at least be there. Okay. Redesign, man, not easy. Okay, well, the second lot of container extensions. $200,000. We'll start angling the Hangar bay now. $237. Let's put it on the bottom here. Got a block here that I can use. 227. $309. How much is each box? $320. There we go. Get rid of one. What's that? $217. Yeah. Okay. There we go. $320. There's our 3 container extensions. So we've got a little production area going on down here. And add in our 2 arbitrary small constructors there as well. And the rest of this floor can be plastic. Sorry, carbon substrate. Now, what we do with CPU now? 921,000. Do pretty well actually. Adjust your hover engine driver. Interior of the ship looks like an argument with double hulls. Love this music you have in the background, Spanj. Not from the game, it is. It is actually, yeah. This is the Empyrean Galactic Survival soundtrack as produced by Alexander. Don't know his surname. He's the music composer of Empyrean. I haven't seen him for a while actually. I've messaged him, but he's not responded. He must be out making music somewhere. Focusing brain power. Clone bay next to the medical bay. I'm also digging the music if you ever want to relax or die laughing. Just watch Spanj build or fight horrors. You rock, Spanj. Thank you very much. Randy. I love the name Randy, by the way. It's absolutely amazing. It's also my favourite character from South Park. Super chat, $10 US. Brilliant, from Daryl. Thank you very much, Daryl. Wow. $10, dude. Thank you. That's amazing. Yeah, seriously, that's awesome. Appreciate it. I'd really wish some game mechanics favoured more diversity and specification. Yeah, Bo, I know what you mean, mate. Zarif, how many container extensions does it take to get to max volume? I can't remember the number, it's like 36 or something like that. But then when you start changing, if you've got like funny shapes, and they're not all completely square or something, then it changes the number. C made more stuff impossible for CVs, forcing HVs and SVs into use. That's 20k though, 2 constructors, I mean, yeah. Cool. Cool indeed, maestro. Right. So, Hangar bay, deck-wise. There we go. And we have got a bit of a limitation with the shape of this thing, just because of the shield generator here. And I put this gravity generator, bloody hell. Somebody help me. Can't speak. Gravity generator. Out this far, so it has the same obstruction as the shield generator. From a symmetry point of view. We've got this space, all this space down here. This crazy amounts of space. And it really makes me wonder actually whether that actually maybe what I could do is move these storage bins to the front forward sections here and widen this hangar bay even further. Let's give it a go. Let's try it. So much space there. It's like, well, why am I restricting this hangar bay in size? It makes no sense. So let's say this corridor, let's have a 2 wide. Oh, wait, I'm not even doing that right. Let's put the extension box here, because then it's near these other extensions, but they won't conflict. What are you at already? 160,000. Wait. $240. 272. I've still got a layer up above actually. So 288. 304. 312. 320. Okay. Now get the space that we've just opened up. It's crazy. I'm gonna add a couple of RCSs in next to these thrusters. Just 2. I think that'll be enough. The rest of this is just gonna get filled out like that. So we got let's get rid of these and get some steel black back in. Fill these in. So we've got a bit of a restriction here with this shield generator. The hangar bay needs to come out to about there on the entrance, but I can use thin blocks. So why am I using steel? Here we need plastic. Bring it up to there, and then back around the other side there. Ooh. And there we go. That's basically as wide as we're going to be able to get it from there on, isn't it? And then bring that up like that. Now it's the same shape there as, well, pretty much the same shape as the hangar bay door itself and the back section. At least until this forward part here, where actually we can have a pretty wide hangar bay. Cover up those thrusters. Roll that up. This is, well, we can change this. Let's keep it steel. Sloped. Nailed it. And now, like, crazy how much wider that is. Now you can fit 2 SVs or even like 2 HVs back there, and an SV in the center middle here. Or even this is just like an approach runway, exit way. And just store them both back here. Down. Also wondering now about these constructors and where I've put them. Whether they might be better in the corners here. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. None. Where is it? Advanced constructor. It's the large, there's the advanced. So we put the advanced one there. Two smalls. I can bloody spot them. Put a small there, and a small there. Small there is not going to work actually, is it? Yeah, I'll just put that there. I'm just thinking I could do something quite nice with that warp drive. It's, you know, it's a good looking machine. Be ashamed to cover it up. Doesn't mean I have a bit of asymmetry going on with the container extension, but that doesn't matter. We've got a pentaxid tank already, so I can actually ditch that. I'm not going to put any more RCSs in here. I can ditch that. We've got our 3 containers. We've got our production, although it's kind of a bit lame. Lame production. It's the same production that we've got. Actually, tell a lie, I removed the 2 small constructors in here, didn't I? So we've only got a large, so it is still an upgrade. 2 smalls and 1 advanced. Still an upgrade. 1 extra container, an upgrade. 3 times, 4 times the hangar capacity, that's an upgrade. Definitely. Alright. Damn it. Dimitri. Also, I don't know why I'm doing this in steel. Okay. Nailed it! We could do things like I could just seal that sort of stuff off, and then got Sarah, dude, thank you very much for the follow. Got a bit of glass there to block that off. So this is a corridor, and I wanted it to look like a bit of a corridor before it then turns in. Well, think about this for a second. There it is. It's really difficult to see in this light. I've got my flashlight on, but it's still light. Hmm. Evan, dude, welcome along. What's up, dude? Does Spanj put all his builds like this on the workshop? I do indeed. I do indeed. Right, there's a link to my workshop in the video description of most episodes on YouTube. Have a look, see if I can. Let's put it in the chat, 1 second. There you go. That'll work. The man arrest. Got a 4-starer. That's pretty cool. 4 stars. Hell yeah. Right. Huh. Symmetry. Damn you. I hate this constructor model. All this space on top of it. It's just like, great, now we can see that thruster and we can see that gubbins and... Do you know what, I miss those big stupid square ones before even the last 2 iterations of constructor. Those big sort of just really stupid square ones, because at least they fit the hitbox. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is 2.5 blocks high. It's stupid. Just make it fit the hitbox, please. It looks so out of place. Anyway, I think we're alright there with the hangar and stuff. We are going to need to put in the generators, fuel tanks O2. We still need an ammo box as well, actually. Ammo box. It's an ore and wood. That's a ammo box. Okay. So we should have a bit of spare room. Is that going to be a... That's not going to be a problem, is it? That might be if you stand right in the corner of this elevator. reckon I'll need more than that. Let's add another one in there just in case. I know what you're going to say. It's going to explode. Or did I just delete? Did I just delete? Oh, damn it. Really? How long ago did I delete the damn shield generator? Wow. Wow. Okay. Apparently that's not coming back. Delete the shield generator and that's it. Game over. Doesn't come back. Okay. Put it back. Why didn't that go in there? Hello? What? Wait, is that generator in the way? Is that what the problem is? What? What is going on? Three by three, isn't it? I do not understand. Why? What? Brilliant! Yeah, just stick it on the roof. It'll be fine. Why wouldn't it go in that room anymore? Seriously? What is going on here? What is wrong with this space here? What is that? What is wrong with that? Why won't you go there? Why won't you go there? No empty place. Where? What? Well, I don't know what to tell you there, Mr. Game. Oh, wait. What's this? Why? What is this? Rogue block space here. What? Right, it was over there. I hate you. Sometimes. Grr. Grr. Fine. Disaster averted. I know what you're going to say. Boom. Yep. That's why this ship's got a shield generator. Extra fuel. It's got a pentaxid tank. So now we just need an ammo box somewhere. No idea where I'm going to put that. This is the problem with the ship before, was a question of where am I going to put all this stuff? Ammo box. Ammo box doesn't need to be massive anyway. Like literally 40,000 is plenty. That's a huge ammo box. Oh, what's this big giant gap here? Oh, fun. Jeffrey's tube. Or is it some kind of like... Oh, no, that's the air vent. No, yeah. So I don't remember building in, like... Jeffrey's tubes and air vents. How am I going to deal with this corridor? Not happy with that container controller there, messing up the flow. The flow, dudes, the flow. To be there. It's crazy. Oh, I can't see anything. You guys can see? Because I can't bloody see. No idea. I need to see everything. Place. All blocks. With that texture. Hey. That's horrible. There we go. Oh Christ, what have I just done? It's fine. I think. Whew. Careful doing that. Retexture the entire ship. Jesus Christ. How'd you rotate blocks again? I want it on the other side. No! For fuck's sake, how do you do this? Do you ever get this? Do you ever get like a proper little blind moment with a block? Oh my god. Why can I not rotate this in the right direction? I need you up the other way, but facing the other way. But now if I rotate you round, you're facing the wrong frickin' way again. Oh my god, what am I doing wrong? I can't figure this out. For some reason it gets... I've gone blank. Essie has poisoned your muscle memory. I gotta get this block to line up. Ah. Ah. Is that even the right bloody block as well? I mean, pretty sure it is. That's the way. That's it. I got it. Found it. Jesus. I need to do the same for this side here. Is that one as well? Yep. Nope. Yes. But the other way around. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Hey! This is the most ridiculous block ever, I think. Ugh. Memory block. Right, we've got ammo, we've got fuel, containers. We do need to put some oxygen tanks somewhere. They can go in the ceiling there. 2 is usually more than enough. We'll put another. Nope. Do that. 2 should be fine. 2 should be fine. They're pretty chunky O2 tanks anyway. I love these new ventilators. So good. Look at that little thing. Brilliant. That'll ventilate the entire deck. It's amazing. Okay. Let's get some heavy glass in here. Maybe not. Maybe just that will do. Double line? Nah. A single line. Let's go old school. Old school. Doing a little bit better with these two small constructors, you know. Sticking one on top of the other might be better. Alright. Bye bye. It does feel like those things are just sort of stashed in a corner, doesn't it? Yeah, just stash them in the corner. We do still need to fit in the clone chamber, med chamber, and O2 station somewhere. We should be able to do that here. Relatively easy. He says. No idea how to do that. Well, I mean, they can go in as a wall feature. There's a med chamber and there's an O2 station. Breaks up that solid wall a little bit, you know. Why not? Just to make them a little bit more. Like they're supposed to be there. Oh Christ, we haven't even put the extenders in yet, have we? I had to chop some wall out to do that, I think. We need the heavy glass back because I haven't finished with that, and I put it away. Put it away. How are we doing on CPU? 1.1 million. We are so in the limits. It's ridiculous. How have we done this? Transformed. I mean, it was mostly just the thrusters, wasn't it? Really, I think. Damn. Hell of a transformation. From from tier 4 to tier 3. We have drastically reduced its performance, but I think it's still it will still be an acceptable vessel. Right, let's some power into her. Shields on, lights on. Lights on. Some lighting going in. Yeah, okay. I'll redo the signal logic on this again because all the thrusters, I've changed them out. Well, you can see, like, actually, cruise mode. Landing lights, hibernate, super lift. Well, if I turn, supposedly if I turn cruise mode off, the big thrusters should come on, the mediums, but they don't seem to do anything anymore. Broke it! Yeah, I have to redo all that. That's fine. We do need a Wi-Fi and the extenders. And I'm not necessarily entirely happy where that core is. Not sure where else to put it. Extenders. This room next to the shield generator here, I'm just sort of hesitant of shoving more stuff in there anyway. Are these things airtight? They are airtight. Ah, damn it, these are only half blocks, aren't they? Ta-da! Yeah! What are we missing? What are we missing? Regroup all of that. Nothing we're missing. Stats. Cargo lift availability. Infinity. I like that. It can lift infinity. Cool. Good. 280 meganewtons of upward thrust. 34 degrees a second roll. That's a lot of roll. Is that me or is that a lot of roll? 34 degrees a second. Gonna roll around all over the shop. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah. Reasonable. Let's just turn all thrusters weapons on at the moment. Oxygen on everybody. Everything seems to be airtight, that's good. Turn particularly well, but I mean, taking all my RCSs away, I could potentially, given the Actually, given the value of the CPU at the moment being so far under allocation, I could probably add a couple more RCSs in. That would increase the roll and the yaw, though. Don't necessarily need to increase those. I don't know why. I think. Oh, I don't know what it is. Little projectors were there. Frick. Get away. What did I just delete down here? That block there. What was I saying? Right. Yaw is now 37, so double the yaw, which makes sense. Double the RCS, double the yaw. Right. Let's go into Atmo, see what we got. See what we got. Ian Hazy, what's up, dude? Welcome along. Craig Ray, I just joined the stream to hear Spanj going, ah. It's a baiting call. Yeah, that sounds about right. Chris Reedy, what's up, dude? Hi, Spanj. I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Wait, you mean the same Tulsa that Chandler got moved to in Friends? Amazing. That's pretty cool. Well, I don't know. Oklahoma, sounds about right. Tulsa. Awesome. Well, welcome to the stream from Tulsa. Happy Sunday, Spanj. I hope you had a great Valentine's Day and good weekend thus far. Yeah, it was actually very good. Yeah, the missus went off to a nice swanky pants hotel. And they had a nice spa facility there, and we went and got ourselves some nice massages, had some nice dinner, and then just basically went and sat in the pool and got all wrinkly and pruny from sitting in the water too long. It was great. Loved it. Right, we seem to be hovering around the 20% power usage mark, flying around, being a bit silly, but we have no weight or volume on the board at the moment. Hey, touchdown. Right. All seems to work still. That's good. Okay. CPU 1.257 of 1.5. Now, if we could move this core anywhere, where would it be? Not a great deal of internal room in this thing, now that I've sort of squished it all up. See, I don't want to put it out on the far edges. I could put it into the floor here, on top of the warp drive, and then raise this floor up half blocks. For example. Raise it up. Strange little ramp. might not need a light there, to be honest. Might just be a waste of time. Right, we can add our armor locker back in there. We did have symmetrical armor lockers in there, so we can add that in like that. There we go. Now this thing, when I first built it, was the idea of it was that it could be upgraded. So the shield generator was never there. It was, I put it there, and when I built it, and then took it away and left an access hatch to it. But $32 Arrestum Zircosium. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it all in. The only thing that's not in here is a repair station, which there's a nice slot in the roof already there, waiting. This nice little engineering thing in the front now that we didn't have before. I need to retexture everything, obviously. Redo the signal logic. Otherwise everything's intact. Still got our nice quarters upstairs. Pretty good views and little lookout down in the hangar bay. Direct access to the roof. 4,200 iron, 900 carbon substrate, 900 copper. It's really not a lot of copper. 2,000 sathium, 3,400 neo is quite a lot. That's all those thrusters. 18 grow plots, and 4 large optronic bridges. I'm not sure. You guys might have a better idea of this, but I'm not sure how long it takes realistically in survival to get 4 large optronic bridges. It's a bridge for the bridge. Bridge. Yeah. 60 meters a second up. Those down thrusters right at the moment are really... Oh, I haven't got it. I'm like, they're really struggling. I haven't got inertial dampeners on. No inertials. They're not even doing anything right now. What is going on? Why am I going up? Go down. Inertials are on now. I don't understand it. It's still just going up. Madness. I don't know. Hey, Crackerjack, what's up, dude? Welcome along. Gold can be a challenge in survival for optronic bridges. But you can build them now, of course, I forget, yeah. I don't care what anyone says, that is a gorgeous vessel in my opinion, even when it was first made. What it is now, it's just beauty from both generations. Ah, thanks, dude. The STO3, the wide mouth kind of... And the lag is back. The lag is in. What time are we at? 9:30. Alright, let's see if we can do... Because I need to take this and redo the texture and the signal logic and stuff, which we can do off camera or whatever. Let's see. I'm not going to have time today to do any of the other big ones. This one's a tier 4. Actually, we might be able to do this one with minimum effort. Let's see what we got. We got 7. Well, it's 7.7 million. Actually, it's tier 4, so I just need to put the 4 thingies in it, and it'll work as is. There's no getting around this one being tier 4, not with these thrusters. The sheer size of this hangar bay. This is actually the super lifter's hangar bay, isn't it? I remember lifting this directly from the super lifter because I wanted the super lifter's hangar bay in a smaller shell, and thus is born the Linebacker, which is like probably one of the ugliest ships I've ever built. Is this the Roomba? This was it, wasn't it? This was the Hoover. Yeah, but I tell you, for it's pretty well armored. You've got 10 forward here, which is just all deco armor. Before you get into something, the farm and stuff, which is not that important really in the grand scheme of things. Then you got lag shot armor for the warp drive. There is a shield generator in here as well. There it is, and that's the gravity there. There's just lots of, look at all these RCSs. I'm not sure those are going to be necessary anymore, but yeah. You got the racked missile launchers at the back there, plasma cannons on top. Yeah, she's a right little bulldog of a ship, really. And hangar space for days. Inside, you're like, wow, yeah, this looks pretty great. Yeah, look at this, the view. You've got nice little windows up everywhere. A little combat bridge back here. Battle bridge, whatever you want to call it. I remember what's in here. Oh yeah, there's a backdoor clone chamber. And then you look at the outside. And it's, yeah. It's a bit silly, really. I would call the STO3 saved, though. The STO3 is definitely saved. It is definitely saved. We've managed to recover her. Just give her a quick blueprint copy. This just needs the tier 4s, so we can do that quite easily. Let's grab those. Need somewhere to put them. Shouldn't be too difficult to do. Might even be able to put them above the constructors here. Is that really possible? Well, that's going to mess with deco, isn't it? And, I really don't need this many RCSs. Let's take those out. Wait, what did I just delete? That's 2. Well, that's going to eat into the shield generator. I can't put it there. Oh well, I can put it. I'll rotate it that way. There we go. Oh, granted, if the centre of that goes boom, then the whole thing goes boom, but whatever. Let's see, with these RCSs, how does this thing handle? Wow. What's the, can you guys remind me, it's been a while, what's the keyboard shortcut to turn on flight mode, pilot mode? I've forgotten what it was. There was, pretty sure there was a shortcut for it. I remember now. Bloody shoulder pads on this thing. Oh, F4. Dear. Brilliant. Even with all those RCSs, this thing is still sluggish to turn. But for tier 4, she's fine. I would consider the Linebacker saved. Safe. Wish they could see this chat on Twitch. They can. The restream bot is forwarding it to both Twitch and Twitch chat back to YouTube. Or it should be anyway. Pretty sure on YouTube you'll be getting restream bot Twitch and then whatever they say. And then on Twitch they'll be getting restream bot YouTube and then whatever you say. So yeah. Watch out, Crackerjack. They can see exactly. Why does F6 keep turning on me bleeding thingy-majigs every time I get in and out of a cockpit? It seems to come back on. Grr. Okay. What? Linebacker, there you are. Overwrite the Linebacker. Right. Let's see what else we got. Cipher here, which is just in such a weird place. I don't know what to do with this ship. STO3. I just need to update a few bits and bobs. So we've got a load of SVs and stuff that we could do. The Cargo Frog I managed to save. The Nightshade B, the original gangster. I removed the constructor from out of it, and then it's tier 0. I'm not sure if I updated it though. I mean, on the I did. I must have updated it, but I can't seem to publish it. Yeah. Nightshade B. Update. Public update. There you go. The Nightshade B, the original and best Nightshade, is now CPU compliant. The bolt was built CPU in place already. Actually, a really good starter vessel. I did a little off-camera survival sesh with a couple of friends on a multiplayer server. Brought the bolt in. It was the first thing I brought in. I didn't even bother with the spark like I usually do with HVs and stuff. Just went straight for this thing. It worked really well. Really well as a little starter SV. Very happy with that actually. What else we got? We got obviously all the Nightshades. The Mark II, 43%. Excuse me. 8%. 0%. 3%. Oh no. Oh, I did update it 10.6. Nightshade Mark 5, 10.6, 100%. Tier 3? Tier 3? No, it's a starter ship. What? Okay, well let's bring the Mark II in. That's the next most important one. Because this is the cheapest of the Nightshade range. Proper basic bitch. She's at 9,000 CPU. God knows why. Right, let's have a look. CPU stats. Why are you at 9,000? The RCSs, of course. The first thing you need to do when updating a ship is ditch those RCSs. Right, let's get rid of all the CV crap that I've got. Give me some steel blocks, please. Right. Where are those RCSs at? Here they are. There's one. There's two. There's three. We're probably going to want at least like one RCS in this thing. Take the one out the nose out. We don't need that. Use that with armor. And there's number 6, right? instantly. Yeah, tier 1. Just taking the RCS. We've got one RCS left somewhere. But actually, that might be the one we want to keep. No idea where it is. But what we do have is we have old cargo boxes. Old ammo boxes. What is that? I just deleted? That's just a block, yeah? Yeah. Old ammo. That's a thruster. That's just a block. That's just a block. Wow, how many? There's all this space in here. That's thrusters there, isn't it? Yeah, we're in thruster territory now. Okay, cool. O2. There's no constructor in this one, so don't have to worry about that. You got these old cargo boxes here. Yeah. All this space we got in here to play with. So where did that RCS go? I still haven't found that one. There's like an RCS somewhere in here, and I'm just not seeing it. I'm just being a bit mental. That's the cockpit. Generators. Oh, RCS. There it is. Right, that's fine. We need that one RCS anyway. I just wanted to make sure it was in a central location was all. RCS? Yeah. Okay, well, what we do have is huge fuel tanks and huge generators. And they've given us small generators now. So that's quite good. I don't think we're going to need the big generator on this thing. I think the small one will do fine. So we can add. We've got the O2 station on there. Gats on the side. Deploy. Did I have 4 lift? The 4 lifting thrusters. Damn. It's really difficult to build on black, isn't it? It's really difficult to see what you're actually placing down. Sometimes. Right, okay. Let's see if we can place a Wi-Fi. Need one of those, a detector, and a cargo container and some controllers. Or whatever. The Wi-Fi can go up there. Detector can go there as well. In a controller. Oh, let's just make that the ammo box then instead of a normal one. Ammo. You can put normal stuff in the ammo box. No point having two. Alright, what does that do to our CPU? Fine, within CPU. Perfect. Doesn't make it possibly as cheap as the B anymore, it probably makes it identical. But there we go. Mark 2. Mark 1. 130 iron, 214 copper. Mark 2. 118 iron, 208 copper, silicon and carbon substrate. Why does the Mark 1 require cobalt? Anyway, the B is more expensive. Still, the Mark II still has its place in the world as the cheapest Nightshade to ever exist. Ah. Spanj needs coffee, yes. But it's like too late. If I drink coffee now, I will never sleep. I sense the yawns, Spanj. I saw it. I'm so tired. What is this sleep you speak of? Randy, dude, hardcore. Sleep is for the weak. Don't forget to pipe up the fuel. Oh, yeah. Nope. I'm wondering about these mediums, when they're turning into the enclosed ones, or keep them as is. Keep them as is, eh? Right, let's save you. Let's try that again. Hello. Oh, 0. Thank you. Welcome back. Did I ever publish this? I think I did. Yeah, public, airtight, update. Nightshade Mark II is on the workshop. The Mark III Advanced, the first and smallest warp-capable SV. Well, I don't know if it was the smallest ever warp-capable SV, but at the time when I built it, it was. I'm really not happy with its nose though. Like some weird grotesque nose thing going on. Just odd. It's just odd is what it is. But we might redo that, because now we can take the RCS that's out of the nose and then just chop that whole business off. Let's get rid of it. Yeah. Like that. I just leave it like that. Jobs are good. Right. I can't remember what I did to this thing. I did something to it once in survival mode and transformed it. And I can't remember what it was. No. No, I don't know. I don't know what it was. Can't remember. Move back to grey so we can see what I'm doing. Take the cockpit out. Whoa! Look at the gubbins. So much gubbins. Let's take these generators out. We're not going to need those. The fuel tanks are fine. There's a lot of generators in there. Why did I put so many generators in here? That's a crazy number. Old school ammo boxes. There's the warp drive. There's a constructor in here as well. Of course there is. I mean, why wouldn't I put a constructor in here? That's only logical. So many thrusters. So many thrusters. I mean, 6 maybe I can get away with. 8? Pushing it. Pushing it. 4, 3. And again, why? Why? I'm ready. I don't even think like yeah, I don't know. Oh, there's a lot of angles and shapes on this thing that I'm just not happy with. I'm not even sure if it's worth updating. Oh, I don't even know if it's worth it. Or just rebuilding it. That's clearly that cockpit there. Yep. Super long cockpit, but it's quite shallow. There's that one there though. That's the smallest profile cockpit there is. But one, well, I've got that one on the Mark II, haven't I? Yeah, put that one on the Mark 1. That's on the B. Sort of round. The only other one might work is that one if I get rid of that taxi tank and sink it in like that. But then, yeah, it's weird. This is going to be a new ship, basically, isn't it? This is not going to be the same boat as it started out as. I think we can say quite safely it's in for revisions. I might just completely rebuild it. It gets to a point with these things, doesn't it? Where it's just like, hey, it's not really worth updating at this point. Quitting is not allowed. Spanj always makes the prettiest ships. Dude, thank you very much. Zero Tran. I don't know. I can't. Don't shine a light. What's the bloody saying? I don't hold a candle to our good friend Jay Randall. That boy is the master. He is Yoda, and I am. I don't know. If Jay Randall was Yoda, who would I be? We should probably do that to all the top builders. Jay Randall, Saluz Decor, Kithid. Why's my mind gone blank? To all the grades. Kiev, Piston, Plo Koon. I like that. It's a good Bob the Builder. Immoral Titan, you hit the nail on the head, my friend. Yep. Groans of wounded peasants dying, walls of wives and children flying for the distant sucker crying, call you Harlock men. What? What? I don't know what Prince is on. Spanj, you would be Luke, even Luke mastered the arts before all hell broke loose. At least Luke, right, yeah. Jolie Bindo, Obi-Wan, L. Enigmas. Start with the parts of the ship that does its job, same as any design. I don't know what this piece is on. Baby Yoda's older cousin. Or Mathalas. It's Men of Harlock. It's a masterpiece. Cool. I'll have to take your word for it on that one. I think I am unfamiliar with the Men of Harlock. I apologise. Basically, the entire front of the ship needs to be redone. These thrusters, like, this cross kind of weirdness going on here. I don't know why. I wouldn't just like rotate them so that they're pointing the same direction as each other, like the back ones are, you know. I'm not sure 3 is really necessary in sideways. I know I wanted to keep the performance up and stuff, but let's see what the CPU we're at on this thing. 8,000. It would be really cool to get a tier 1 warp capable. In fact, you might be able to do it if I take the constructor out. But the problem with taking the constructor out is you leave yourself really kind of, if you need to build anything, you're really stranded, aren't you? But that is 5,000 just between the warp drive and the constructor. That's 5,000, leaving just 1,000 left, and 2 GATs is 1,400, and the thrusters are another 1,200. If I take that constructor out, I can potentially get it to tier 1. be really cool to get a tier 1 warp ship with 2 gats. That's the killer. That's the killer. Those damn gats. Alright. Let's throw some blocks down and see what happens. Oh, we've got warp drive, we haven't got a pentaxid tank. We have a space for a pentaxid tank though. We are well over CPU now, I think. Don't know what else to do really. Ugh. You bastard. Should probably started there, shouldn't they? That's this. Oh, that's irritating. God damn it. I seem to have missed something. $8,000. These damn thrusters. Kind of bulbous, isn't it? With that cockpit on there, it just doesn't look quite right. You got the angular kind of shape of a Nightshade, and then you got this bloody thing on top that's like all the wrong kind of shape. All wrong. Where's my bloody ship gone? Where the hell am I? What? I'm so lost. Alright, there it is. It's gotta be an angular cockpit. It doesn't work otherwise. Put that one in there. Too big. That one is too big. That one again is far too like bulbousy. Darn it! Should have kept with this one, but it's too bloody long. I'd have to take you two out. Might actually work. Or when you, sorry. Yeah, there's a bit of sort of weirdness going on and all. Oh, it's just this. What is that? What is that? God damn it. Was it a block higher? Was it a block higher before? Was it there? Where it was, wasn't it? Jesus. What was in between? Where's my block? There it is. Let's put that one on the end of wings for some reason. Looks good. Good. Look at all this extra space I've just... Oh, what I'm going to do with it, especially within tier 1 as well. I'm already well over. It's like, god damn you, warp drive, man. It's so big. Big and stupid. All this empty space. I have no idea if this is going to work, or if this is just going to be horrible. We'll give it a go. It's just horrible. She's so thick. Jesus Christ. It's like the wings are so little, tiny. It's just got a big fat body, and it's like a little bumblebee. It's like, I can't fly. I'm too fat to fly. Somebody help me. The backward wings. Oh dear, lordy, lordy, lordy. What about wings like that? This thing's gone from Nightshade to monstrosity.
This is the MS Titan Artificial Intelligence, Module 3476. Critical systems failure encountered. Stand by for diagnostic scan.
Stand by for diagnostic scan.
Scan completed.
Completed.
One survivor indicated within scan range.
Alright,
Emergency distress
fine.
beacon activated.
You know what? It's tier 2.
Stand by.
It's tier 2. What do you want from me?
Escape on power level.
You want something good?
Please regroup with other
Talk to J. Randall.
survivors at this time.
This thing's tier 2. Whoa. Damn it. Skadoosh. Double rocket. Shkablamo. Oh yeah. God, this thing's ugly. So hideous. I don't know what to do anymore. I think my creative cup runneth over. It's gone from the cheapest warp capable tier 1 to a ridiculously stupid. Oh dear. Was one thing that might break up the fat look is that you put canard wings on the front. Small canard wings. Canard? What's canard? What does that mean? Talk to me. What does canard mean? Explain to my small brain. Doesn't understand things like canard. I could put the thrusters in the nose here, but they're incredibly vulnerable, and then put the rocket pods on the side there, but I don't know. She's just a big girl. I could double her wings up and have it like a double wingy type thingy majig. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I have to have a think about that one, I think. Try and figure out how to make. I mean, ultimately, the Mark III, like the rest of them, got replaced by the Mark V, which, although looks completely different from any other Nightshade, well, you can see that she's a good block thicker than the Mark III there, as a warp drive and all the other trimmings inside, obviously, but still manages to have a decent shape about her, really. Now, this is where I opted for the thrusters in the nose, so where I've got the rockets in the nose here. He's got the gats on the side, thrusters in the nose. But I mean, this thing's what, 18,000? Oh dear. Starter SV, everybody. 18,000. 2 gats, armed with 2 gats. Has got literally everything else you could need, I think, including a space, not an actual one, but a space for a shield generator. Yeah. Warp capable. No cargo though. That's where the cargo frog comes in. Warp capable, shield, but that's tier 3 as well. I don't know, yeah. I have to revisit. See if I can get at least a tier 2 warp capable SV. And then I might start a challenge at another Chillin and Buildin to see if we can build a brand new tier 1 warp capable SV. But it would be so minimal that I'd probably have to use the old aerodynamic mechanics and have like no thrusters in any other direction, apart from maybe one, so that we can actually do space flight. But yeah, god damn, that's quite a tricky one. Quite a tricky one to keep it down. We know that in Alpha 12 the RCSs are going to cost a lot less. Now I think we've only got one RCS in here, and that costs 750. So even if it costs 250, it's going to make no difference for this build anyway. But yeah, we have to have another go. But we've run out of time today. I'm afraid I am going to have to go. But this was fun. This is fun. It's good to finally start updating the library of builds over the years that we've put together to be CPU compliant. Bits and bobs. The fleet is coming together. It really is. So yeah, we'll carry on with this next week as well. I think it's quite good. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I have, as always, enjoyed your company. Thank you very much, Mr. Hoot, for the 100 bits as well. Just in there. Thank you for everybody who's followed, who's subscribed, who's thrown down some bits. Thanks for just joining in the chat as well. It's always great to build with you guys, as always. I should be back on Monday over on YouTube with some episodes of something. Don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. It might be another stream heavy week. While Satisfactory is in experimental mode, we're just sort of streaming it at the moment rather than making any episodes. So anyway, thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, whatever's left of it, and I'll see you very soon. Until then, take care. Bye bye. Toodaloos. What do you want, Windows? Stupid thing. Good night, guys.